everybody. It's Saturday, July 21st. Out here today pulling a little double duty. One is I'm checking out my new Mystery Ranch pop-up 28 pack that I've got, and I'm also breaking in some new boots for my upcoming Colorado archery hunt, which is 2 weeks from now. So want to get all that stuff, kind of get that stuff broken in, get familiar with it. One thing I can say about the pack is this Mystery Ranch, I've heard so many wonderful things about them, and I was always hesitant to get one, but I went ahead and made the splurge and got their new pop-up 28. I love the concept of it for me, who's doing the day trips in the backcountry, but I can also use it here in Tennessee on public land whitetail hunts, because the load sling that's made primarily for carrying out meat, I can actually put my lone wolf hand climber in the load sling and still have the bag capability to put in the 28 liters of gear and take it in the public land here. And right now I've got this thing loaded down. I've got a dry bag with 40 pounds worth of different things in it to add up to 40 pounds. And this thing is, I can't hardly feel it. Before I was using this, I had an Osprey pack that when you got over 25 pounds in it, the hip belt and the frame, the internal frame, just dug into your thighs and your hips, and it was just brutally uncomfortable. And I'll tell you, I'm a believer in the Mystery Ranch frame and suspension system now that I'm doing it. And you know, while I can't simulate the altitude of Colorado here in East Tennessee, thankfully we do. You know, our house is here on the side of a hill, or on top of the hill actually, and our farm, this side and that side of the road both. We've got, you know, roughly 140 feet elevation change here, maybe 150 on that side. It's a little bit higher than this side. So I can simulate that here. Now the other difference here is, of course, the humidity. You know, we're routinely 70, 75, 80% humidity here. You're not going to have anything like that in Colorado. Plus the heat here is usually pretty high. I mean, it's, you know, today thankfully it's a little bit cooler, about 85, but usually we're in the 90s. So it's not exactly the same as Colorado. It's the best I can do, the closest I can get. But you know, wonderful things to say about the Mystery Ranch pack. So the other part of today that I didn't mention previously is we are 1 month away from Tennessee's inaugural velvet buck archery private land, if I said all that, hunt here in Tennessee. And I've been running trail cameras all year. I've done some supplemental feeding here for probably the past 2 months now, off and on, and I'm here today to check some trail cameras, take inventory, see what I've got. Throughout the year so far, most everything I have seen, I'm starting to see a lot of does and fawns. I hadn't seen any fawns until the past week. Loads of turkeys, covered in turkeys. I'm not seeing many bucks yet, so I did start putting out some feed to try to draw some bucks in. I don't think the bucks are, you know, residing here on my property. I think they're staying back over on the neighbor, and they're passing through, so I think there are a lot of transients. But I'm going to try with the supplemental feeding to at least get some pictures of what I've got. And down this pathway here this is one of their main corridors to cross over between the property here. And I'm going to go check these cameras. What I do actually is I take my iPad with me. Just heard a deer take off. Take my iPad with me, and I carry this little adapter, and I can just import photos directly from the SD card to my iPad, and I can sort, delete, file them however I want, share them with whomever I want. So that's the way I do it. And a lot of other guys take the card readers with them. Like the Stealth Cam, I think, has one. There's numerous other people have the card readers that they actually take out, the digital card readers. I prefer just to bring my iPad because it gives me a lot more functionality, and then I can use it back at home and do whatever I want. So anyway, so that's it for now. Alright, so pulled that camera just then, and not really too pleased with what I'm seeing there. I mean, it's nothing bad. It's does, a couple fawns. I don't have any turkeys on that one. Of course, there's not many turkeys normally on this hillside. They normally stay up on the top where I keep it bush hogged. I guess just because they feel safer. But I will just be totally, you know, honest and transparent here with you. And one, I will say, the 40 pounds in the bag is starting to I can feel it in my legs now climbing up this hillside. It's a relatively steep hill. But the other thing I was going to say was that camera there was a spy point that I've had for several years, and I run, all my other cameras are stealth cams, and the trigger speed, the resolution, all the customization that I can do in those cameras are phenomenal. I'm not a big fan of this spy point. It doesn't tend to work well in dark environments like that pine forest there. So I've got another spot up here on top where I've bush hogged off, and I'm gonna put it up here on top where I can kind of keep an eye on it, check it more regularly, and see what I'm seeing up here. So see you soon. This whole hillside is covered in blackberry bushes. The deer just bed in them. They hang out in there till you get right on top of them, and they just hop out.